Swarbrick.
E te māngai tēnā koe, tēnā koe te whare. This is Aotearoa. We do not want imported culture wars. This is Aotearoa. We do not want imported culture wars. We want a government that honours te tiriti and ensures that we are all looked after, as was the promise in that founding governing agreement.
Rubbish. The founding governing agreement, Article 3, the Queen of England extended to the natives of New Zealand her royal protection and imparted to them all the rights and privileges of British subjects. No mention of a promise that we would all be looked after.
No one, Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, is actually entitled to make a profit. Once upon a time, not all too long ago, everything, the land that produces our food, the resources that go into what we eat and what we drink and what we use, well, they weren't divvied up and they didn't have fences around them and they weren't owned. It's actually a pretty wild idea when you think about it, this notion of the cost of living. The idea that from the moment that you are born, there is an immediate life sentence financial cost to your life. 200 years ago, there was no concept of the idea of the cost of living in Aotearoa. There was no idea of private ownership here.
Correct. Not so long ago, about 200 years ago, the natives were violent, warring, brutal savages who not only murdered their neighbours and children, they ate them as well. No real point then in having fences in those days.
There was no notion of profit. The founding agreements of this nation, Te Tiriti o Waitangi me he whakaputanga, were governance arrangements. They promised that everyone on this whenua would be looked after.
Rubbish. The founding governing agreement, Article 3, the Queen of England extended to the natives of New Zealand her royal protection and imparted to them all the rights and privileges of British subjects. No mention of a promise that we would all be looked after.
The Prime Minister is talking a heck of a lot about growth, and I gotta say he knows a little bit about it because his government is knowingly making decisions to grow climate changing emissions.
With over 90% of greenhouse gas pollution created by other countries and over 50% by the top 5 countries, there is absolutely nothing New Zealand can do that will have any effect on the weather or climate change. Nothing, nada, zilch. And that's a data, evidence, fact.
What's the point of government? I mean it. What's the point of government, the Right Honourable Winston Peters? It is supposed to be about protecting the vital, fragile ecosystem necessary for life as we know it. Everyone in Aotearoa, New Zealand is entitled, Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, to a clean environment and a stable climate. And it is the job of government to ensure that everybody gets those things. In fact, the wealthiest in this world have made it pretty clear that they're setting their sights on colonising space while letting the planet burn. Mr. Speaker, politics belongs to those who turn up.
Well, obviously, politics doesn't belong to the Te Pāti Māori party then.